BJ from Board Game Gumbo, Gumbo Live. I've got Chris Strain from Breaking Games. Hey, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about a game you are well familiar. What is going on with Asking for Troubles? We just kind of mentioned that you're the designer at the start of the show, but you've signed a contract with Breaking Games. They reprinted it over here in 2017 and 2018. You've done a lot of splashes all over the country. How's the reception been on this second edition of the game?
It's been really great. One of the things, it doesn't play that much different from the original. We had a few cards that changed, and we have those for anybody who wants to get those to update their old set. But for the most part, it was just artwork and then a little bit of production, and to get it from the $65 count down to the $45 count. That was a big deal for us.
I've got up on screen the riffraff cards and the tokens, and I was curious, were those a part of the original game?
The cards?
Yeah, the riffraff as a mechanic and the cards and the tokens.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah, they were. They all had the same backgrounds, and they worked pretty much the same. I think the smugglers, not the smuggler, the bounty hunter is the only one that works a little differently. But they had stands and everything like that. The only difference is art-wise is that we changed the backgrounds of the ones that were all the same. Like those two pink ones, both do the same thing. And out there on the board, they now have pink backgrounds, so you can instantly know who's who. Versus the green ones over there do something else.
Hey, we got a friend of yours checking in, Peter Vaughn.
Oh, Peter.
Asking for Troubles, Save Planet Paradise. That's right, Peter.
Yeah, the Troubles in Paradise.
Troubles in Paradise. That's right. So one of the things that did change from the Kickstarter and from yours is some of the tokens themselves changed, but they still have the gems, representing the yellow and the black. I forgot what they exactly are called, but
ore and crystals,
ore and crystals, that's right, and space crystals and ore. But the rest of them were all cardboard tokens, and actually they all, to me, match up with the symbols and the artwork that's in the game. So I saw it as a net positive, to tell you the truth.
Right, I agree. There was some people that wanted the wood bits, and I even if you go to bgg.com and look at the forums, I put a place where you can actually go and upgrade it. Go get the wood parts if you want, but truthfully, the matching the icons with the look of the carrots and the mega traps and all that stuff, that was a huge bonus to going to Punch Out. Not to mention the fact that it's $20 cheaper doing that. So
sure.
And honestly, aren't we all tired of the wooden cube at this point?
Not me and Dave.
We got tons of cubes. If you want cubes, just take them out of any other game you got.
That is true. We can always get cubes. My buddy, I've got a buddy, Jason Dinger, who's a game designer, and a lot of times he actually removes some of the cardboard and puts in generic wooden cubes. It's just, he's gotten so used to that European style. That's what he wants. Yeah,
I mean, if it works, it works. The thing for me was I don't have an image of it here, I don't think, but the old icon of ore didn't look remotely like the black crystals at all.
Okay.
And it was just a big, huge disconnect when we demoed it. So whenever I went back with this one, I definitely wanted the user-friendly aspect of it to be.
This is a picture of one of the demos I did for Envoy at our local game store. And as you can see, this is the kind of thing that I actually got 2 or 3. It's a comic book store, it's a Warhammer store, and it's a board game store. And I got 2 or 3 groups that don't even play board games at all to sit at the table. And,
awesome.
And I'm giving you kudos here, Chris. The reason is that big, round, circular board with all the crazy orange colors and all these, everything going on. People would pass by and say, okay, what is this? And that's one of the things I love, games that grabs people's attention, like a Grim Forest, in all honesty, that grab people's attention when they walk by and they say, what are you playing?
Right. Just like I was saying, instead of going with the basic, everything looks like the normal. You look at all these different space games, they all look like, Photoshop, 3D spaceships and all that stuff. I wanted something that looked totally different, just like Dinosaur Island and all those other games we were just talking about. They have a specific look that is unmistakable. Like, this is something new. The artwork always makes you think that the gameplay is going to be something, even if it's not. That's a communication error on the graphic designer's part if it's not. But when you see something look different, you think maybe it'll play different. So
Dave knows that one of my favorite games, one of my top 3 games of all time, is Concordia, which has multiple boards. You got, boards this way. You can pull out extra boards. Matt Gertz, it seems like he has a new board every 6 months, and he's picking on you. He doesn't have a double-sided board.
The original one did, not this one.
It did have one, right?
Right. The original one had the orange and white. Yeah, the orange and white board was from the original Kickstarter. And we said in the Kickstarter that only Kickstarter people would get that version, and so we always kept to that. That was important to me to keep that.
Well, that was a game that was played your Kickstarter version was played many, many times at Louisiana Comic Con a couple of years ago, and so Dave knows that game very well because he and Dustin were playing it a lot with New Game.